They're in their own space, talking about whatever's going on in their ground, but they're not down to earth, they're not connected, they're not earthing from you. Has anybody been in that position where somebody talks and you feel your own energy drain? Has anyone been there? Okay, well that's because you're not grounded and they're not grounded. Now, like an electrical current, if you're not connected to a central supply, then you will need another energy generator to plug into. That's how a house would operate. Now, it would be a lot easier to flick the switch and connect to the central supply. Well, grounding is that switch. Teaching you how to ground, which I will tonight, is that switch to connect to the central supply. Because if you don't, you'll need to feed off somebody else's energy. Now, who's heard the term energy vampires? Anyone? Okay, does anyone know any? Okay. Now, energy vampires are only energy vampires for two reasons. One, they're not connected. And the second one is that you're not connected. You can learn to tap into a central supply so that anybody that needs to feed off your energy because they've never learned to ground, you can connect yourself, you can connect them. Who would like some of that, just out of curiosity tonight? That's about half the room. Is there anyone that wouldn't, just out of curiosity? This is a paradox. Did I remember saying this was an interactive workshop? Does anyone remember that? Okay, let's give it another go. Who would like to know how to connect with their central source, just out of interest? That's more of the spirit. And anybody that put their hand up and said they didn't, what do you think of that?
You must be
That's the spirit. Well, let's give it a go. There's a few people faster than others. You know, anyone that wouldn't want to connect with their central source tonight. Now, what do you think of that? That's the spirit. Now we're getting into it. That's what we're in about. So I'm going to teach you how to ground tonight. I'm going to teach you how to ground, and we're also going to go through an exercise. I'm going to give you an opportunity to listen to your heart and bypass the nonsense that goes on in our head. So, first thing is grounding. Now, it took me 8 years to believe this. Now, you can go down my route, because when I first learned grounding, I'd just spent 4 years training as a nurse. I'd learned medical techniques, I'd learned stuff that really was all up here. And my theory was, how is it possible, if I've spent 4 years training to be a nurse, that somebody can change my life in a few minutes? I couldn't believe it. Now, you've got two choices. You can either believe it and get the results, or you can go down my route and spend 8 years getting worse and worse and worse, more disconnected, more lack of motivation, losing your focus, being all over the place and not answering any questions, and other symptoms of not being grounded. If you stay ungrounded over time, it leads to depression and thoughts of suicide. Now, I don't mind telling you, I've been there. I haven't just studied this stuff, I've had angina twice, and I wanted at one stage to kill myself. Now, I won't make any of you say whether that's happened to you or not, but nobody had taught me how to ground. And learning how to ground my energy changed everything. It changed everything. So I'm going to give you a technique tonight, and you've got a choice. You can either use it and get the results, you can keep testing it and see if it makes a difference, or you can just think that's way too basic, that's way too easy, and how could that possibly improve my life? So is everybody ready to give this a go? Would you like to learn how to ground? Just by a show of hands. And if somebody was to say, no, I don't want to learn how to ground, now what do you think of that? That's the spirit. Now the energy's starting to raise. Have you noticed that? You've got your technique now. Okay, so I mean that really is work. I should come clean about the study about the chicken stuff. There's actually no study whatsoever to say this is going to make you healthier, happier, and have more fun. But although there's nothing scientific, smiling and laughing has been proven to increase your focus, your motivation, your connection, your love of life, and your ability to interact with teams. So I may have been a little bit expansive with the truth on this, but believe me, if somebody's there standing there about to drain your energy and telling you all their problems, and you're feeling your energy start to dip down. If you start to go, they'll stop telling you their problems, and they may even smile. It will instantly change the dynamic of your communications. Now some of you are thinking, yeah, but I wouldn't do it. Well, think of the option. You can either go home feeling like this, oh my God, I've just been drained by an energy vampire. Or you could just go, ah! Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to ground now. Now, there's a concept I need you to get before we go into grounding, and that is that your energy follows your thoughts. Okay, what we think about energizes. Anybody know about the law of attraction? Okay, has anyone got any experience of the law of attraction? Does anyone like to share their experience of the law of attraction? Anybody? Okay, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. But has anybody had the experience you thought of someone and they phoned you? Anyone? Energy follows thoughts. At an energetic level, we're picking stuff up all the time. Has anyone heard of group consciousness, that you're thinking something and somebody speaks about it? Has anyone been there? Energy follows thought. Our energy follows our thought. So focus on problems gets you more problems. Focus on solutions gets you more solutions. It's a very simple principle. So because your energy follows your thought, we're just going to play with this. You don't have to believe it. Just be like a kid. Just allow yourself to regress a little bit and just play with this. It's a very subtle process. Some of you might visualize it, some of you might not. I'm not a visual person. I don't see anything. Some people are like, oh, I connected, yes, I saw all this stuff happening. Well, that might be you, it might not. If you are like that, good luck. But the fact is this works. This really, really works. So, some of you, it's up to you. You're going to start by taking a nice deep breath in. And slowly breathe out. Now your breathing controls your mood. So nice deep breathing. This exercise alone can change everything for you. Just deep breathing, because your breathing controls your mood. Breathe out. Now some of you may want to close your eyes, others may not. It doesn't matter. What you're going to do is imagine at the centre of the earth is a big ball of energy now. And what you're going to imagine is that somebody's phoned up to connect you with a source of energy that is so powerful that there's no denying it. So you're going to visualize a cord of energy coming from the center of the earth and connecting with the base of your spine. Now some of you might want to visualize two cords coming up through the soles of your feet and connecting with the base of your spine, just here. And you're grounded. That's it. It's as simple as that. Now notice, some of you might feel a difference. You may want to close your eyes and check in with your body and notice if there's any difference. Just feel it. You might not feel anything. It's very subtle. But this can connect you to a bigger source of energy. This can make you feel instantly better. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Now bearing in mind this process is very subtle. Can anyone feel any sort of difference now from when we began this exercise? Anybody? Okay, a few of you, but it's okay. It doesn't matter whether you can or you can't, because we're now going to take it to a deeper level. Now that can be a bit trancey, so we're going to spin the energy up a little bit. We're going to raise it up. I just want you to get up, stand up for a second. Just reach up, stretch out, stretch over, stretch the other way, stretch back, And stretch forward. And just shake the energy up a little bit. Okay, have a seat. Now, I'm going to take you through a process now that was taught to me by one of my energy mentors. Now, in life, we're like an energy magnet. Unless you learn how to set your energy field, we're like a magnet, which means you can pick up other people's thoughts, energy and issues, and literally like a high-powered magnet, as you walk down the road or as you interact with people, you can attract other people's energy.